Lune, watch out!
Here's the real deal. It's not about saving all of the Nevrons, not even close. Your save is not ruined if you killed any of them. There's a ton of bad info floating around. Some guides tell you to spare Nevrons that you absolutely don't need to, which only makes you miss out on great rewards along the way. And the Esoteric puzzle is not random or cryptic as others make it seem. In this video, I'll give you the definitive guide to the Nevron quests, how to get the juicy game-changing reward, the trophy, a slick outfit for Lune, and some surprisingly useful unique pictos, all with zero story spoilers. Let's get started. You meet your first white Nevron in Spring Meadow's story mission. He's unmissable, he's part of the cutscene you get here. He's next to the abandoned Expeditioner camp flag. He lost his light and he's too lazy to go get it himself, so you need to help him.
If we bring it light, perhaps we can learn more.
You run down through this tunnel. There will be some enemies in this area, but your destination is here. If you go to the right, drop down and under this bridge, it's going to be between those barrels.
We could light something with this.
You take the resin back to him, and then you need to shoot it to light it up. He will give you a healing tint, which is pretty useful this early. And that's it for him. You can fight him and kill him, but we're not doing that.
Let's keep an eye out for other Nevrons like this one.
The second Nevron is in Flying Waters. You progress through the mission till you find this broken jar. On the other side of it, you will find Demineur. And he needs his mine. That's pretty close. You do this platforming puzzle. And you can find it right here.
An advantage.
Go back to him and he'll give you a weapon for Lune as a reward. And you can choose to fight him if you want. As I mentioned, some guides will tell you not to, but here you can see I didn't like the way he looked at me, so I killed him. If you did that, your save is not ruined. You can still get the massive reward at the end. For the third Nevron, you'll head to the small Bourgeon. It's here on the map. Inside you will find this little dude, and he'll tell you he needs to eat skin to grow up. You can get that type of skin from the big Bourgeons, and you'll find your first one in Flying Waters as well. If you go to the Lumiran Streets expedition flag, you can go down next to that building and take a left between the seaweeds. You'll find the big boy right here. And he will drop the skin for you. There's also another one to the right of Stonewave Cliffs in the open world, so you can get it from either. You then go back to the little guy and give him the skin. After you leave, when you come back, he will have grown into a big boy himself, and he will give you just one color of Lumina as a reward. The fourth one is in Stonewave Cliffs. Progress into the zone to reach the Old Farm Expedition flag. And from there, go down here, and then to the right following this path. And you run into the next one, Hexga. This one wants to be shiny like his kin, so you need to find him 3 crystals. You go down here into the caverns, and you can see the first one over there in the distance. I shot it and I just need to go loot it. We'll go across and drop down here. We can see the second one right in front of us. We shoot it and loot it.
Great.
And then follow this path going down this way. We can see the next one right here in the ground, but it's actually an ambush. So we fight that dude and he drops the second one. Then we go back around here to get the one we shot from above.
Perfect.
And that's all 3 of them. We go back to the Nevron, give him his shinies, and he'll give you the Auto Shell Picto, which I believe can only be acquired here. I haven't seen it anywhere else in the game. The 5th location is Redwoods. It's here on the map, and once you're inside, there's nothing but a suspicious looking fountain. and you can only interact with it by pouring in chroma. You can leave this for later if you're poor, but you're going to have to donate 5,000, 10,000, 25, and then 50, essentially paying 90k chroma for a really good unique picto. Once you pay up, this Nevron will appear and he will give you recovery, and it has a pretty handy Lumina power that heals you for 10% at the start of every turn.
Great. What now?
This is the only location to get this picto. The next part requires Hexga to be able to swim, which is at the end of Act 1, so that's partial progress in the story. Be careful from this point onwards if you want absolutely no hints at any spoilers. The 6th Nevron is located here at Stone Quarry. You talk to the Troubadour, and for this encounter, you simply need to let the green notes or bubbles hit you and dodge the rest.
Ready to evade. Ready to evade.
Once you pass those trials, he will give you a healing parry picto, which is an extremely useful one. It's not unique to him, you can get it from other places, but this will upgrade it for you. The 7th place is the Esoteric Ruins, and it's here on the map. I don't think you can get here before Hexga can break these corals, which is further into the story after the Old Lumiere mission. In this zone, you'll meet this formless Nevron, and he doesn't really tell you what he needs. So we progress onwards looking for whatever it is we can give him. When you go up here, you'll find this puzzle, and oh boy, the amount of nonsense guides I've seen online for this. They either tell you to try your luck, or that this is random, which is absolute nonsense. It's not random, it's overlapping conditions. Let me explain. Each one of those orbs has 2 states, 1s and 0s, and those states change door conditions. Now some doors can be toggled by multiple orbs. That's where the confusion comes from. The easiest way to explain this is by this example. The first orb here changes the state of the left and right door, and the final door, which we can't see right now. But if we look at the right orb and hit it, this one also affects the same right door. So if we hit the first orb again, it will toggle the state of the left and right doors, but now they're not the same state like before. That is all. So literally, all you need to know to solve this puzzle is that every orb toggles some door state between closed and open, and that the first orb at the entrance toggles the final door. I can prove that to you easily here. Here I have line of sight to the entrance orb. I can shoot it, and the door is closed. I can turn around and shoot it again, and now it's open. The only actual trick here is that orbs don't necessarily open and close doors right next to them. Now I can show you which orb opens which door, but that seems pointless as you either want to do the puzzle yourself and just want to know the rules, or you want the solution. So here's the solution. Obviously you can take different paths to achieve the end goal, but that's how I did it. We shoot the first orb at the entrance. This opens the side doors and closes the final door. We go to the left room and shoot the entrance again from there. Now we've opened the final door again. We shoot the one in our room here, which opens this door, then go to the next room and then go all the way across, and from the far end, we shoot the center orb, which opens this door to your right. And that's it. You will come out here.
Great, the door closed again.
Spooky.
And right in front of you, you will find wood boards. And that's what he needs. You go back to the poor blob and give that to him. He will give you the Protecting Heal Picto. This one is not unique. I think you can get it from another vendor somewhere. Nevertheless, it's a useful one. If you're keeping track, we have now saved 6 and killed 1. And at this point, you can go to the final location if you want, which I'll show you later, and cash in to get the ultimate reward. Let's look at the rest of the Nevrons for the trophy and some more cool rewards, then we'll get to the final reward. Our 8th Nevron is in the Frozen Heart. You can get here pretty early when Hexga learns to swim, but enemies here are a bit tough, so you might need to save it for later. There's lots of different sections on this map. I'll show you the fastest route to our destination from the entrance. So we'll run down the train tracks, then take a left, and go around here near the lava, and then take a left into this cave. go up and all around to the left. Take those stairs and walk to the end of the train tracks.
Interesting.
And that's our target. This teacher will ask you to dance, aka spam parry. You basically need to parry her 3-hit combo 5 times, which means 15 successful parries in a row. And if you've seen my previous video, you know that 15 is nothing compared to the 900 plus I had to do on Golgora, linking that video above. Once you succeed, she will give you this cool outfit for Lune, and then you can talk to her again for a final dance. And now you can fight her and kill her.
That was a most beautiful dance.
Which will give you 3 high-level upgrade materials and a couple of recodes. And she can also drop the Augmented Counter 3, which is not unique to this location, but it's a really powerful Lumina passive, and the Picto has 23% crit, which is pretty high. And killing her does not affect your final reward. Our final location requires flying, and that you will unlock technically at the end of the game. It's here on the map. It's this floating island under me, and it's called the Floating Cemetery. Inside you'll find the last Nevron. He wants us to test him in battle, and we'll choose his weapon for him. Once you defeat him, he'll ask you to kill him, and again, you're free to do so. If you don't, you'll miss out on this Picto that you can only get from him. Auto Powerful, which has a really good Lumina passive and has a 20% crit as well. You have now completed all the Nevron quests, you will get the trophy, and you only needed to spare 6 of them. Now to get the final reward, this is also a place you can only reach when you can fly. It's here on the map, and it's called the Fountain. Inside, you will find this handy dude, and he will even tell us he's happy that many of them are back on their feet. Not all of them. And he will give us the final reward, which is a whopping 100 frickin' colors of Lumina, which means a ton of points to equip more Lumina powers on your team. Enjoy. If you found this guide helpful, please remember to hit the like button, subscribe, and let me know in the comments how your expedition is going. I'll see you in the next video.
Yes. Quite annoying.